Hi there, this is Beth and I'm from the Sterling Public Library and I'm here to talk to you about a couple more books in our young adult department. First of all, this one is brand new. It's called Once Upon a Quinceanera, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, so sorry. It's by Monica Gomez-Hira and it's in the romance genre. It's brand new, came out yesterday. I'm going to read you the first line. Once upon a time, there was a sign. So this book is about Carmen, and she's a Cuban-American girl living in Miami. She just graduated high school. Well, she didn't actually graduate because she wasn't able to finish her senior project because of some stuff that happened. So it's the summer after her senior year, and she needs to finish this project. And what she goes for sort of an internship for this company that they dress up like fairy tale princesses and do birthday parties and stuff. So it's kind of fun and kind of weird. But they also get hired to do a quinceanera. Well, and it happens to be Carmen's cousin's quinceanera. And there's a lot of baggage in that relationship. A few years before this book takes place, there were some things that happened in Carmen's life between her and her cousin, her and her aunt, her and her mother, and her old flame, who just happens to show up again at this time. So anyway, Carmen has to deal with all this stuff while trying to, and she can't just quit because she needs to graduate high school. Anyway, I like Carmen as a character a lot. She's super strong. She's super talented, but because she's had kind of a rough go of it, she doesn't really have she's not very confident in and of herself. But you really like her. I really rooted for her throughout the whole book. And it is in the romance genre, and there is romance, but really the theme of this book is more the fact that everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does things that hurt other people, whether because of immaturity or because of pride or because they just don't, sometimes you don't want to be hurt yourself, and so you hurt other people, not really thinking about what you're doing. And a lot of that happened in this book in the years before. And so now, because everybody's working together, they have to deal with these things. And so this book is really about dealing with past hurts and forgiving other people and reconciling. And so I really, really liked that about this book. I thought it was really well done. I love the characters. Like I said, I like Carmen and I like the theme. It was a really good book. It took me like 2 days to read it. I really couldn't put it down. So give this one a try. The older one I want to talk about is this one. It's actually a graphic novel memoir. Yay for those. I started to really like those. So this one is called They Called Us Enemy, and it's by George Takei. If you don't know who George Takei is, he's the guy who played Sulu in the original Star Trek series. So he was also grew up during World War II as a Japanese American. So he was 4 years old when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor and the United States entered World War II. And all of the Japanese Americans were rounded up and put into an internment camp. So he and his family ended up going to an internment camp. I will kind of read you the first line, just like kind of show you the first page. George, Henry, get up at once. There's the first line. So this was a really, really interesting book. The author, he doesn't only just talk about his time in the internment camp. He also talks about his parents. He talks about the years after the war and how they affected him, how his time in the internment camp affected his parents, how it affected him and his life and the things that he did and how his viewpoints changed as a result of it. It was really, really interesting. I haven't read a lot about that time in our history. I know it's not taught very well in schools. Well, at least it wasn't when I went to school. But it's really interesting. I think it's really well done. The art style was fine for me. Sometimes I have a hard time following graphic novels through, but this one was super easy to read. Very good, very good. The art was good. The everything about it was really good and really interesting. So there you go, my other suggestion. Okay, you guys have a great week. I'll see you next week.